We're just about ready. It's so annoying that notifications don't go out all the time. And I don't think that there's a way that you can manually force a notification on Twitch. That's dumb. Fix that. But anyway, I noticed this. But I find that annoying. Anyhow, it's okay though. It's not just me. That happens to everybody. I just don't. It like that's one of those things. Like my particular kind of brain is just like, why though? It should fucking work every time. What in your programming is fucked up that it doesn't? That's weird. You almost kind of have to try to do that. So that's a little spurious to me. I think about stuff like that too much sometimes, maybe, but that's just how my mind works. Speaking of that, let me see if I can show it here before we get started. I will try to keep this brief if I can. So I'm paying my bills earlier this morning. And like autopay doesn't really work as an idea if well, it does work as an idea if you get paid on the same day of the month every month, like the 1st and the 15th, for instance. Because then you can work around this, especially if you work or you live kind of paycheck to paycheck. Uh, then you know for sure that you have money on your account on, say, the 8th of the month. And then you can schedule your bills to get paid, and it pretty much works out, and it's fine. Because what you don't want to happen is if you're on like an every 2 weeks schedule, like I am now, um, the dates in the month that you get paid float around. It's not the 1st and the 15th. It's like I got paid what on the 7th of this month, and I will get paid again on the 22nd or the 21st, excuse me. But that won't be the case next month. Next month, I will get paid on the 4th and the 18th. So you see the problem here? So it makes it really hard to just like schedule your bills to get paid on, I don't know, the 10th of the month or something like that. Or half of your bills on the 10th and the other on the 24th or something like that. It just doesn't work unless you've got enough buffer in your bank account where it doesn't matter. But if you live pretty much paycheck to paycheck, that's definitely not going to work. So then you just have to do it manually every time. And so I started off with this by like asking Grok, is there like mathematically like given that getting paid every other Friday basically, given that, is there like somehow mathematically certain dates of the months that you would want to set your bills to be paid on? Because a lot of your bills, or at least mine, if you do auto pay, they pretty much let you pick your due date, right? More or less. So can you configure it in a way where you can kind of make this work anyhow, basically? And the short answer is no. Like the math just is a math on that, which is kind of what I thought. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe there is something like that. There's probably a range, but even that range is going to float over time. It just might be. It might float over time more in the span of time of years instead of months, but it's still going to float. So this is annoying to me. And I'm like, this would be a good thing to see if AI can figure out a way to work around that, basically. And by that, I mean, like, it can look at what your bank account balance is. It can look at, your various bills, ideally like on whatever their website is, so you can see the exact amount and the due dates. And then from that, figure out when you should pay these things. It just like kind of simplify it, and then like give you like some kind of reminder, whether it's a desktop notification or an email that says, "Yo, you're clear to pay your electricity bill. Do it." I don't want it to actually pay the bills for me. I just want it to tell me when I should. Basically, just so I don't have to think about it. It's not that I can't figure it out for myself. It's just dumb to have to do that every month. That's all. It's like, no, like, make a program that makes me not have to think about that. Just tell me when to pull the trigger and everything's going to be fine. Because, the problem with like auto pay is that if you get paid every 2 weeks and you live paycheck to paycheck, auto pay will eventually fuck you by overdrawing your account. It's happened to me before, not for a really long time now because I just don't do it. But it can. And then you're all kinds of fucked up. So we specifically want to avoid that. So I asked Grok. Grok also has a tool called Grok Build, which, you like download and it lives on your computer, which allows you to pretty much explain what you want, make me a program, and then it, like downloads whatever tools necessary for like programming languages or this or that or whatever, and then makes the program, etc. That's the idea, right? So I'm like, okay, let's see what it comes up with for that, or if it can even understand what I'm trying to do. And Grok's like, yes, you can. Here's what you should tell Grok Build what you want, which is what I did. So that's what we're looking at here right now. And I'll keep it short. We're going to play the game in a minute. But so for the last half hour or so, like I put in what I should tell Grok Build to do to get the application I want. And then it took about a half an hour for it to do whatever it needs to do to come up with something. So basically it was like, yeah. So we'll just go through this real quick. These are the requirements that I told it what I want, basically. So we'll go through those just real quick. I don't think there's any personal information in here or anything like that. But like, it's just, I get paid every other Friday. Just like I said, with paycheck to paycheck, an app must help me track my bi-weekly pay cycle and upcoming paydays. You can kind of, and what I wanted to do, it was literally go to my employer's website portal where it shows my schedule so that it knows the hours that I'm going to be working. And I can just tell it how much I make per hour. And based off of that, it can calculate approximately what your paycheck's going to be. And now go to the websites of all my bills, utilities, credit card, phone, whatever. And, like scrape for the amounts due and the due dates, and then, figure it out from there, basically. And also store like any credentials you need for these websites in a way where it can't get hacked, basically. But the application has access to it, so it can do it. And also, you know how like some websites, you put in your username and password, and then it texts you a number that then you have to enter into the website? That's called two-factor authentication. It's a good thing, but that might kind of fuck up this sort of situation. So it needs to allow for the fact that these websites may have that, may not have that, or there is no website, so you just have to put it in manually, the balance due and the due date or whatever. So it needs to account for all of these things. And yep, this is completely just hosted on your own computer. It's not out in the cloud anywhere that can get hacked or any shit like that. Etc. So that's pretty much all the stuff says. What I just said is all this stuff. And it's not going to pay the bills for me. I'll still do that myself. All it just needs to do is like remind me, okay, pay your utility bill on the 18th. It'll be fine. Or whatever, right? That's the idea. Just so I don't have to think about it myself. Really, that's all it is. But thinking about like this sort of conundrum that people go through where they have to like kind of monitor and look, if you're poor, you have to be smart or you're going to be more poor. It doesn't get you less poor. It will just stop you from being more poor. That's really the baseline here. So that's all we're trying to accomplish here. Because you don't want to get fucked over with overdraft fees because your bank account got overdrawn. You also don't want to have late fees for paying your bill late or like get shut off from like your service or whatever. So we want to avoid all of this thing. So this is what people do with me every month. And it's just especially annoying to do if you don't get paid on set dates every month. Now, that has a different challenge, though, because it usually means if you get paid on the 1st and the 15th, for instance, it usually means that one of your paychecks ends up being different than the other, bigger or smaller, right? Usually you have one paycheck that's not quite as good, and then you have one that's better. And if you average them out, that's more or less what you get with getting paid bi-weekly. So that still has a couple different problems, but I don't care about that because that situation doesn't apply to me. But it's just different challenges, right? But it makes it a hell of a lot easier if you get paid just twice a month to do auto pay stuff. So barring being able to just actually do auto pay, because like I said, your payday floats, and sometimes the due dates on bills float too. Weirdly, my utility bill does that sometimes. It's usually towards the end of the month, but it could be the 25th, it could be the 28th, it could be the 29th. This might matter if you get paid bi-weekly. If you don't, then it shouldn't. And then you kind of have to account for it. It might take a couple days to process or this or that, whatever. So this is supposed to take all that kind of into account for people who get paid bi-weekly. Now, so it cranked on this for just about a half an hour. Like it will tell you. And I said I didn't care how you do it. I don't care like what language you make it in or any shit like that. Just as long as it does what it's supposed to do. Okay. But preferably it would scrape those websites for like my schedule so you can figure out what the income is going to be kind of on the next paycheck, and also scrape the websites of the utility company, the phone bill, credit card, etc. So you have like the actual numbers, not just like some kind of estimate, which would be even harder to do probably. So no, we just want the actual data and then figure it out. So I'm not picky about that. Try to do that. And if it fails, then ask me for the exact numbers and I'll just manually enter them. Right. And then, when it comes time, like, yep, pay your utility bill on the 18th. It'll just like send me a email reminder or a desktop notification, whatever. That's the idea. And then so it cranks through that, thinking about all the stuff and all the stuff it's going to need for it, etc. And this goes on for, well, a half an hour. So like it's, making code. It catches something that's like, oh, actually shouldn't do this. And so then it catches its own mistakes and fixes it. So it says, etc. And then when we get down to the bottom here, this is when it's pretty much done. Okay, so it's a Windows app. The Grok made manual tracking. It's complete product. Scrapes, logins, two-factor authentication are optional add-ons that fail without breaking the ledger. In other words, like if it can't like grab stuff off the website, it just allows you to do it manually. Okay, it tells you how to run it, what it does, and yep, how to run it, what it does, and it did a bunch of self checks to make sure that it actually consistently does what it's supposed to do. I mean, like, if for whatever reason it fucks up and the math doesn't math, it looks for that to make sure that that doesn't happen, like on the fly. What I thought was interesting, and I didn't even notice it at first, is like it actually showed this, and these are all fake numbers, so it's like fine, but this is what it would look like. Um, but it's not running right now. This is just what it was doing while it was testing it to make sure, like a sanity check to make sure the shit works. So, like, like power company, payday, Visa, power company, Visa, blah, 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 payday. Right. And payday hours needed. So then you could click into there and manually put it in if it can't pull it from like your employer's website or whatever. Same thing for all the bills. And then it does math. And then it tells you, okay, power company, this amount is due on the 18th. You can pay it on the 13th or next one, like Visa. And again, these are all fake numbers. It's just to make sure it works. So, and it shows that it's safe to do this, right? Due date on the 25th, you can pay it as early as the 21st. This one's not due till the 18th, but you can also safely pay it on the 21st of the previous month, etc. So if it actually ends up working that way, that would be a handy little tool for me. And there's probably like some kind of financial applications that pretty much already do this. But I just thought it would be an interesting little project to see what Grok Build can do. So I haven't actually run it since it completed it because it took like a half an hour, and which is a little longer than I thought it was going to take. But I'm satisfied with that. That's fine. So the point being is that I'll run that later and see. And we might have to iterate it on it. It might do something in a way that I don't like. And you can still come in here and type at the bottom like, hey, I don't like how this works. Change it to this or whatever. And then it will, make the necessary changes, rebuild the application, and there you go. Interesting concept. Like, this has been a thing for a little while now, but I haven't messed around with it because I wanted to wait for that sort of thing to mature a little bit. And I think, like, it's been around for the idea of it, of getting the AI to just do exactly what we just are asking it to, has existed for a couple years now, but like it's usually not very good when it doesn't work very well at first. So I feel like it's maybe matured enough now where I'll actually dig into it and do something with it. So that's all that is. We're done talking about that. We're going to go play the game, but I thought that was interesting. So that's why I started streaming a little later this morning because and the reason why I didn't actually run the application after that and poke around with it and all that shit is that I would have deep dived on that and we would not have played video games today at all. So I got that to do later on if I want to. We'll get back to it and I'll let you know what I find out on that. But I just thought that was interesting. So after I look at it, I'll follow up and let you know. We've done this sort of thing before when we were like making mods to the PC port of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Like I actually showed, the code we were going through and why this and that and etc. I don't do that often because I don't think people care about that very much, but I do. Just because I think it's interesting. Yeah, we'll play the game now. So, let's see where we left off here. It looks like we've got the shrine out of the way already, so that's good. Yeah, so we can get rid of this pin because that was obviously bad. We missed this one, so we should try to get over there. We should probably also be able to get from this way. It'd be even better if I had a bunch of these already queued up and we could just go. But yeah, so we get the one shrine over there that's unaccounted for yet, and well, we'll continue on and find more of them. Also, it occurs to me that you know, in Kakariko, there was the whole ring ruins thing, and as it turns out, you can't quite really advance the rest of like the quest line there until after you've completed regional phenomena, which I had to search to find out that was the case. Well, we've got that out of the way now as a requirement, so we could go do that as well. We'll see about that. And also, I have not forgotten about the glyphs, so plenty of stuff to do yet. Just how do we want to get there? That's all. And I will be honest, I don't remember if getting all the glyphs does something specific. It probably does, but I don't remember what. And I don't remember how you actually get to the Master Sword. And I'm not going to spoil that part of it, because maybe some people don't know that. But I don't remember how to do it. And I'm not going to look it up either. Not yet, at least. We don't need the Master Sword right now anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that part. We're going to fish for a few more shrines. Maybe we'll finish up the quest line there in Kakariko as far as that's concerned. That's kind of what I'm thinking for the immediate future. And then after that, we'll probably go ahead and chase down all the glyphs so we get the whole story, which should be a fun, interesting thing to do. And, well, we'll see after that. So that's pretty much the plan. So with that said, let's go. I'm going to have to turn the AC on here. I turned it off earlier because it was fucking cold in here. That explains my ridiculously high power bill that I just paid. But yeah, it's kind of all or nothing. It's either a little bit chilly in here or super hot. There's not really an in between. I mean, there kind of is, but it's hard to keep it there. Anyhow, AC is on. We are set. It's 80 degrees in here, which is a little on the warm side. If I had a choice between being too hot or too cold, I would pick too cold every time because that's easier to fix. Which will go in that direction. Oh, that cube's way over there. I'm like, why is there a cube like back here? No, it's way back there. Okay. So what we're looking for is a lot closer. Somewhere. Not seeing it from here though. We'll just go that direction. We'll get where we need to be eventually. Down there. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right here. It's close to the marker, but it's not right now. But yeah. All right, now that I got eyeballs on it, now I see. Do we have spikes around for this? No, we don't. We should do that. Actually, especially from up here. Probably get the most mileage. Just go do that. Go that way. Oh, fuck yeah. So we have no problem getting there. This is why we got the glide seats. And I still haven't upgraded it to level 2, which allows us to pretty much face plant, like dive and face plant all the way into the ground, and it will not kill you. I don't even think you take damage from it. It's my understanding it works something like that. But yeah, this is close enough. That also works to avoid dying by hitting the ground, so no problems. Timely catches, it says. Okay. What's that? Okay. You got an uppy downy thing. What does this do? Who's that over there? Oh, and back. Okay. Should also change the weapon here. We can just use this until it breaks. So we should be able to get shot up there this way. Yep. Okay, so. Yeah, they're right about the timing. So what we could do is do this. Actually, that's probably good though. And then set it back down. Okay. And then we're gonna reverse time on this thing, so bring it back up there. And well, this might not actually work quite the way I wanted it to. But the idea is do that so that it's hovering over there for a little while, and then you snap it, and then it's gonna be rolling down, and then you move this platform at the correct time to grab that. Oh, I actually did it on the first try. Oh, no. Is it gonna... Oh. Oh, no. It's good. Actually, that's unbelievable. I figured I would have to do that more than once. That's pretty good. All right. I'm happy with that. It gave me the results I wanted. So... Hallelujah. I was a little bit surprised by that. Thought I was too late hitting the thing, but I guess not. It worked. Cool. Alright, we got going on here. A whole bunch of stuff going on down there. We got another one of those uppy things, which we could use to get back up here. And also, like, everywhere else in the room if we have to. I don't quite see. Do we need to bring the ball from the last room in with us? Into here? Maybe we do. Just Yeah. Just grab that quick. I didn't see. Oh, no. Nope. It's too big, so no. We do not need to do that. So what does this do? Same thing. Where's the ball? We cannot bring the one from outside in here. That's not part of what's going on. All right, well, let's look around a little bit. And we'll also see if we can find the chest. Is there anything? Yeah. Water here. Why? Because I don't think we weigh enough to like jump down on ourselves, like by ourselves. So what the fuck? Wow. Was that shit way the fuck up there? Look at that. See that? Is it really gonna shoot us all the way up there? Maybe it will. Let's see. Yeah, but see, there's something up there. There's something going on up there. This by itself doesn't do anything. It's just sploosh. Oh. That's fine. That works. And then large zonite charge, okay. Oh, and I can get my arrow back. Nice. Hey, you have to be frugal, you know? But how the fuck you get way the motherfucking hell up there? Because it looks like there's some platforms way, way, way up there. Oh, there's something else over there, though, too. Okay. I remember, like, what was this called? Timely catches, it says. That was obviously relevant for the first thing we were doing. I think we'll continue this. Here we go. Is it, you got another one of those things going on? Yes. Okay, good. All right. There we go. Okay. So we got to roll this thing down. Hopefully it doesn't go into a bottomless pit. And go all the way back down and then do the thing. Okay, but here's the ball. Nothing else up here. I wouldn't expect there to be. Put it down here. It's going to do something. Where is it going to land? Oh, yeah, where did that land? So that's right out the edge of that. That's interesting. So I think what might be happening here, I'm not sure though. Let's see. I think what's happening is we actually have to freeze. To find out. Come on, we could probably just shoot this maybe. We don't necessarily maybe have to be up here, but right. So it did that. Can I? Oh, I cannot target that thing. Yeah. Okay, because I was thinking maybe I could like have it come out and then freeze it and then get up there quick enough to like have it come down and hit it. Doesn't look to be what's going on here. That said, I want to see if we can cheat. Because obviously you're supposed to bring that ball down there, have it hit the switch while the switch is exposed, and that's what you're supposed to do. Can you just shoot this with a bomb arrow and it just fucking activates it? No, actually, okay. Never mind, we're not cheating. So what do we have to do? Dive quickly and then shoot this thing to make that come out while the ball is falling? I think you could make that work. But yeah, timing is everything, then, if you're going to do that. Yeah, well, the problem with that is that this doesn't roll down in the right place for the thing. But I'm not sure. It was close, but I'm not sure that it was. So in other words, besides doing this, maybe we actually have to drop it from, like, say, right here. But I don't think that'll give us enough time to get down there in front of it. So what I think I should do, this might work, and it'll actually be easier to do it this way, is similar to what we did the last time, actually, where we grab this thing, hold it over here for quite a while, and then before it would reverse and come back here, we cut it off and snap it, which then will make it roll down that way. And that should give us plenty of time to get down there so we don't have to race this thing. And if we do it right, then we should be golden. That's the idea. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but that's what we're going to do. We do this and just hold this here for like a while. Like, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds. Then we'll move it back. Let it go. And it should just hold it there for a while. And that should give us time enough to get down there and activate that switch. That's the idea. And we also have to snap it off before shit happens. Okay. Snap. Work. Yes, we did. Yep, that's how you do it. You're not thinking fourth dimensionally, Marty. Yeah, I know, Doug. I got a real problem with it. So that's what you do. Did we get all the chests? Yes, we did. Okay, we're done. All right, that was a good little puzzle. I'm kind of surprised I figured it out. And there's probably other ways you could do it, but it would still be kind of a variation after that, I would think. All right, that was a good one. I like that one. Even better yet, that I got the first part of it on the first try. That was just by accident, but that's good. It's like, okay, I understand the general idea of what's going on here. Because you could tell that that was what you were supposed to do. Versus, sometimes you're like, I'm not sure that's what the guys had in mind when they made this place. Which happens to be about half the time. Or better yet, I know this is not what they're trying to do, but I'm going to try something different anyways, just to be contrary. I like doing that too. I think that's fun. Because you can, in a lot of cases, not in every case, but in a lot of cases, you can do it the wrong way and get everything done anyway. The quote unquote wrong way. But yeah, I like the idea of that. There's obviously a designed correct way to do it, and depending on what you have for tools at your disposal, you don't have to do it in that particular way. I think that's neat. Sometimes you can do that in Breath of the Wild, but not nearly as often. I like Tears of the Kingdom better just because you have more opportunities to actually do that. With that said, I like Breath of the Wild because you're given 4 tools to use, basically, and that's all you should ever need. Now, you can't get quite as creative with them, but it usually makes it a little easier to figure out what you should do. The problem with it is that it might be the only way to do it, more or less, if that makes sense. Anyway, give me 2 minutes. I will be right back. Okay, so looks like we have 2 hearts to catch in, so we're going to go do that real quick. And then I think we might actually go down to Kakariko and see if we can get that situation figured out. Because we should be able to now, I think. Aside from the fact that I couldn't find the one fucking slab with writing on it. But that might be because it was hidden in the ring that we're specifically not allowed to go to. We should be able to do now, I think. So we'll see about that. I think they have one of these down in Kakariko too, but we'll just do it. Architect. Also, it drives me absolutely bananas that you can't max out both your stamina and your hearts. Like, the autistic in me does not like that at all. They could have released a DLC later that was fucking hard as balls, but it allowed you to rectify that situation. They should have done that. I think that was kind of a swing and a miss on Nintendo for never doing that. They should have. Like, it doesn't matter how goddamn difficult it is, you know? It would be satisfying at the end of it is to have all that stuff fully maxed out. Like, base game, nope, too bad. You can max out one or the other. DLC, you can. Speaking of which, we didn't really do the DLC content at all in Breath of the Wild, especially the tower thing. We'll probably come back to that at some point because I didn't even step foot in there. And I think it's a cool idea, and I wish they had done something like that in Tears of the Kingdom, but they didn't. Probably just because they'd already done it, which makes sense, but we'll probably come back to that at some point. Because that shit's hard. If that's the content that you needed to do to fully max out your stamina and hearts, that's what I'm talking about, because it's pretty hard. But we will talk about that and do that another day down the road. Probably not anytime soon, because we have a lot to do here right now. But yeah, I can see myself going back for that for sure. Anyhow, I don't think we have any other business here unless we've collected enough Korok seeds and Hestu is still here, which I don't even know if he is. At some point, I think he does move away from here. Kind of looks like he may have done. I don't see him hanging around. It's supposed to be kind of like by the... Oh, there he is. I don't think that we have enough for another weapon expansion, but we'll check it out. Or at least refresh our memory on what we need to get there. I still feel like we have, like, the amount of shields and bows we have is fine. Weapons are a little more, you know, well, you can make them be kind of special purpose. So because of that, you want more room for those kind of things. The shields, kind of, to a degree. Also, you could say that for bows, not really at all. So... Oh, we have one Korok seed. The answer to this question is going to be no. 17? Oh, God. Nope. That's not going to be on our radar for a little while. Okay, I just wanted to check. You don't have enough? You should learn to count better. Yeah, you're right about that. Totally. I agree. That's definitely true. Okay. Well, Kakariko, where is Kakariko? You're Tenno, Kakariko, right over here. We'll go here and see. Yeah, we'll see if we can tie up the loose ends here. And we have 96 out of 150 some odd shrines, so a little over halfway that way. I thought it was 160, but it's not. It's like some weird number. I don't know, 156, 158. I don't know, some shit like that. Doesn't matter right now. And we'll know when we get them.
But yeah, so I think we need to go down, talk to the people in charge here again, and they might have something different to say than the last time we were here. So we'll see about that. I don't remember exactly how this goes, but yeah. It said for sure that we needed to have the regional phenomena taken care of before we could even advance this, which we do now. So that actually, I complained about this before, but that actually annoys me because, like, I don't, unless I completely missed it, you don't really get any idea that that's the case. Like, within the game. You know? Or if it was vaguely hinted at, I certainly didn't catch it. But is what it is. Okay, let's see what he says.
Yeah.
What's up? Can't stop thinking about that floating ring ruin. I don't plan on disobeying Princess Zelda's orders, but it's not easy to abide by them, and I'll tell you why. Each of the other 4 rings we're allowed to enter has a stone slab with Zonai writing on it. They're precious artifacts with records from ancient people about purported sages. There's got to be a 5th slab in that floating ring ruin with even more information on the sage. And beside myself imagining all the details on what we might be missing out on. Yeah, me too. Get out of the way, nerd. You again. Under Princess Zelda's orders, everyone is strictly forbidden from getting close to that ring. That applies to archaeologists like me. It certainly applies to some rank amateur like you. This guy is way too full of himself, but I don't care what accomplishments he does have. He's just being a prick, man. You don't have to put it like that. Fine. Princess's orders? Question mark. Princess Zelda visited Kakariko Village recently. Her orders were clear. Of all the ring ruins, this site is off limits. She left before giving any sort of reason why. So you're just gonna blindly follow that? I thought you were smart. Maybe she wanted to keep the villagers safe. Ruins aren't known for being structurally sound, after all. Valid point, but I mean, you're just gonna go along with it without any explanation? Come on, man. What the fuck? So it doesn't seem like this has really changed, except the fact that Paya is not standing next to Toro. So maybe I should go talk to her. Which I assume she's in Impa's house over here. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on, so we'll see. That's some dude. Link. Lady Paya is still young, so I understand her enthusiasm with the ring ruins. But, between us, I wonder if it's more of an obsession. I hope she realizes soon what it means to be a chief. Okay. Well, maybe I can convince her to let me in anyways. Is she around? No. Where the fuck is she? I don't really want to have to, like, oh. I don't really want to. No, I don't want to really have to read the whole fucking diary. I'm not going to narrate it. I'm just going to scan through it. If there's something relevant, I will say so. Just talking about when all the ruins fell out of the sky. She's like, oh, hopefully no bad shit happens. In a large opening in the ground has been spotted at East Hill. With everything that's happening, grandmother said she was going to set out on a journey with Kato. She did. I tried to stop her from going at a time like this, but she insisted that such times are precisely why she must go. I had no choice but to bid her farewell. Her eyes seemed to wordlessly say that she was shouldering some great mission. There were 11 particular symbols depicted in the books grandmother was reading. Could they somehow be related to her sudden departure? Well, it would certainly seem so. So do I have to, like, find all of the glyphs to unlock this? Actually, maybe. That might be what they're trying to, like, hint at to you here. I told Pyrrha of Lookout Landing about the village's situation. She said ring-shaped ruins are incredibly unusual. Realizing this could be a good opportunity to help the village, I made arrangements with the Zonai Survey team at once. I returned home to greet them, and that's when Princess Zelda arrived in our village. She seemed almost like a doll of herself, the same outside, but with no spirit within. I could not hide my uncertainty. She forbade anyone from going into the broken and partly floating ruin, and she left just like that. She did not mention the village's awful condition or have any words of kindness for our villagers. So a survey team has arrived at our village. Their leader, Toro, is incredible and has already found a clue in the quest to decipher the Zonai writing. I tentatively named the ruins that fell upon our village the Ring Ruins. It seemed an obvious choice. Yeah, I think so too. The villagers have treated me with such warmth, they even embraced my decision for us to coexist with the Ring Ruins. Of their own volition, some of our villagers volunteered to aid in research, and others for patrol duty. It's humbling to behold. Dorian's sweet little daughter, Coco, even crafted souvenir items called ring garlands. Yeah, I know, we bought one from her. Before I knew it, our days of never having visitors passed. Our quiet village seems to have regained its vigor. Before all else, we must learn more about the ring ruins. It's my responsibility as the chief to see that this is done. I intend to fulfill my duties as the chief in a matter. Can't read it. Let's do it again. I intend to fulfill my duties as chief in a manner that is slightly different from my grandmother's way. Gone is the chief who sits in her hall with quiet wisdom. That is what the village needed of her then, but no longer. I must keep moving forward so when she returns, I can greet my dear grandmother with a triumphant smile. And that's it. We may, in fact, have to go find out the glyphs. I'm getting kind of a slight inkling here that might be what's going on before we can get through this. And also, where the hell is Pop? She's not at the place she was earlier. And she's not in her house right now. So where the fuck is she? She's like hanging out with the locals? Or she's just somewhere else? I don't think she's going to be inside of it necessarily. Because there's a couple little side quests that we're supposed to do. The old guys, yep. They don't get along. Problem up there. I thought we did that. It's in the hills that lead west of the village. We'll find. Let's see if we can go find them. I guess we didn't do that. This may be something we should do if we want to access the shop here. So west of in the hills, west of the village. Well, I mean, it could be, anywhere around here, I guess. Probably, or that thing. Something like that. But I did not see those guys at all. So I'm not sure. I get my east-west right? Yeah. West is this way. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, because yeah, if we haven't gotten that out of the way, we should. We have a bunch of this other shit to do too, I guess. Oh yeah, we get a bunch of side quests to do yet, but that's not what I was really looking for here. How about there was this completely separate from that. There was this one guy that wanted like truffles. Like he's asleep and the only thing that's gonna wake him up is the smell of truffles. I think we have them. I think. So that's one thing. So actually, if we do, let me make sure that I do that. It would be annoying if I thought I had it and then I actually don't. So let's see about that. Sorted by type. Yes, we do. We've got at least one of the big or small varieties of those things, so that part's fine. I don't remember exactly where he was, but I think it was like up here someplace. Or over here. Might have been over here. Also, there's this big fucking gaping hole down here, which maybe that's something too. So I don't know. I don't think I've jumped down there yet. So we got a few different things that we can do. This is slightly higher up there, so go back there. Get a little help. And we'll figure it out from there on. But yeah, that's right. I forgot about the sleeping owner guy. Does that lead to anything amazing? I don't think it does, but it's something we should do, especially if we have the means to do so. Now would be the time. So, take a look at that. Yeah, I can do it different. Actually, I think it was over here. Kind of over here. I don't know, actually. He was around of one of these rings. So I'm not totally sure. Because I thought it was kind of around where the gumball machine was over there, but I'm not sure. It's up farther if it is around here. Let's see if we can find it again. Just to get it out of the way. Because when we came here before, we did not have those materials on hand, which is annoying because I pretty much just cooked them for something else. But hey, what the fuck are you gonna do? It is what it is. Like, I don't think this is the right place. No, this isn't it. Let me see. Or at least I don't think so. Yeah, it might actually be this one over here. Oops. So let's go back over there and like go up this way. That might be it. I just don't remember exactly where I saw him. That's supposed to be. Yeah, I think it was underneath this thing because there's like a bunch of decking that like kind of builds up to that. And he's up there someplace. Shift to the climate key. Oh, so there's probably an easier way to get there. But this is the way that we're going. So, I think he might be over there. So, we're gonna head that direction. Yeah, I think he is up there. Yes, this looks familiar. Yes. Yep. Oh my, wake up, please. Sakuro's not far off. He finds out someone's been sleeping on one of the stone slabs. Oh, a priceless artifact. I'll be the one who gets it. Stone slab, you say? Ah, yes. Stone slabs are, well, slabs, like the one this guy's sleeping on. Survey team discovered the stone slabs in each of the ring ruins. Oh, this might be the one that we haven't collected yet, then. Got it. Right. The ruler did not, or could not, defeat the Demon King, and instead imprisoned the mighty foe. Text also says that the sages who fought beside this ruler left something behind in case the Demon King returned. Oh yeah? What? It worries me to know this discovery talks about the Demon King's return, and here the upheaval has just happened. Or maybe that's it. Like the Demon King's come back, right? That's the obvious conclusion to that. If we only knew what the sages did to prepare in case he came back. Well, too bad this guy's sleeping on the fucking answer. I don't remember talking to this guy before. I don't know if he was actually here, though. You can read the deciphered writing for yourself. It's right next to the slab. Well, where's the inn owner? Huh? That's him. That's that guy right there. He came to change our beds, but then I realized he'd fallen sound asleep. Nothing wakes him up. I tried shaking him. Nothing. What's more, he decided to doze off on top of this priceless stone slab, saying truffle now and then. Maybe he's having a dream about eating a hearty truffle. I wonder if he'd wake up if he smelled one right under his nose. But it's pretty hard to get a hearty truffle. They're pretty rare. I did find one, however. He was bobbing along just under that waterfall. Yeah, I didn't talk to this guy before, and he just tells you where to fucking find one. Jesus, because we looked around for a while for that, and then we're like, fuck it. Was, when we get one, we get one. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, yeah, because that was what I was expecting the first time I came through. It was like, all you need is a hearty truffle. Okay, aren't you going to tell me where I can find one? And at least at the time, I don't think it did. Or I was in too much of a hurry, just never talked to that guy. I'm not sure now. Regardless, let's look at this. Demon King, vast power, no hope, victory. King's own life managed, imprison him. Imprison, not indefinitely. Prepare. Demon revival. We sages must leave our knowledge future generations. Reading between the lines, the stone slab seems to be a record of how the king in those days challenged the demon king. If I had to extrapolate the meaning, I guess that's something like this. The reigning king determined is that they were no match for the demon king and gave his own life to imprison the threat. It's sages trying to leave something for the people of the future who would have to prepare for the demon king's eventual arrival. Yeah, well, in a nutshell, that seems to be the case, yes. So Hardy Truffle. Good bit of lore there, so it was worth going through all that. Just regular Hardy Truffle. Hold it. And just, I don't know, just fucking drop it on him, and that's good enough, or what?
Oh.
Sniff, snorf. A gentle aroma with a strong, hearty undertone. My dear Hardy Truffle, I have you now. Mm-hmm. Huh? Was that just a dream? And, where am I? Oh, that's right. I was changing the beds. Anyway, thank you for waking me up. I need to hurry back to the inn. Ooh, the traveler's going to be so mad at me. Okay, well, we woke him up. That's good. Oh, I get my truffle back, too. Nice. Hey, now, get your feet off the stone slab. Hey, why don't you fuck off for a second? Oh, chill out. This is one of the priceless artifacts from the ring ruins, so please be careful. Okay, well. Oh, he's just gonna keep bitching about that? I'm just trying to get over there to pick up my truffle, man. Settle down. So is this one of these things I have to click with my camera? I'm actually not sure. Do I have to do it from the other side? It's not like beeping like it's a big deal, but I don't know. We'll just do that. Okay, well, that is one of those quests out of the way. We probably have to go back to the inn to go talk to that guy to complete the quest, I guess. So that's what we're gonna do. This looks like that's the inn. Okay. Look, you sleeping on the job? Are you a customer, perhaps? Was it just that, like, did we have to do this to even take a nap? I'm not sure. Hey, there you are. It sounds like I've got to thank you for waking this guy up. No more watching the inn for me. Here's a little something for giving me back my free time. Icky elixir. 3 stacks of slip resistance for 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay. It's a high quality concoction made of 4 sticky frogs and a bokoblin horn. Should come in handy on your rainy day adventures. I guess so. Right then. Now to finally take that nap, I might even splurge for a soft bed.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. The person on the survey team was telling me about that stone slam before I knew it. You know, last thing I heard before I fell asleep was that there's more stone slabs with writing on them. Well, I know that. I thought that was the one that I didn't have yet. What's the difference between the two? To be more energized than usual. Well, so that's either going to be stamina or it's either going to give you extra rings of stamina or extra gold hearts, one of the two. For $30. Sure. I'll do it just to see what it actually does. Morning, I guess. Let's see what it does. And then it gives you one gold heart. Not really worth it, but okay. It was only $30, so it's not that big of a deal. All right. That's it, huh? Yeah. So, yep, there was the guys that are in the West Hills that are supposed to be fighting some. Oh, it's probably over here. I'll bet that's what they were talking about. Probably this one. Yeah. Oh, what is that? Can we get to there from here? Yeah, this would be easier. We'll go up there and then just jump down. This might be the place. And it might be the stone slab that we've not looked at yet. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did everything up here. Could be a sage's will or something, but that's not really what we're after. We can get that figured out later. It's definitely a ring. I don't know if it's the one we're looking for. There's the little campfire. No, those are bad boys. Little fuckers. Somebody else? Who? Where? Why? Oh, my boat won't see them. That's fine though. Oh, this one. Shot me. Hang on a second. Okay. this isn't too special. Get it behind them and then just take them out. Okay, that worked. One of those there. We got one of these here. Balloons. I'm like, all that shit's like trying to go up that way. Why? Yeah. Oh, there's the guys. I see it now. Let's see what they say about all this situation.
Ah.
I can't hear monsters anymore. Do you know if something's happened? Yeah, I killed them.
Huh?
You got rid of all those monsters? Wow. You should let those two know you handled it. These are like two grumpy old men that are just like arguing about how they're going to handle it, I assume. I vaguely remember this. You defeated all the monsters? Just who are you? Huh. That was some kind of fighting he did there, Ulkin. Yeah, sure was. A firm grasp of defense and a strong hand with offense. You don't need defense if your offense is strong enough. By the way, I've had it wrong all these years. It's plain as day now. You can't defeat your enemies with pure defense. No, you can't. No, I had it wrong. If you just attack, you're going to get hurt, or worse. False. If you attack hard enough, you'll be fine. Well, the important thing is that we've realized the truth before it's too late. We need a balance between the two. And this fine fighter here has showed us the way.
Oh.
I don't know if this is a good reward, but Ulkin knows a thing or two about defense. I'm all about offense. I doubt there's much a warrior could learn from the likes of us, but glad to help if we can. Well, now that the monsters are gone, I'd suggest we head back to the village. Right. I bet my Trisha's store is running low on goods right about now. People there must be in deep need. True, she didn't have shit to sell. Codger's Quarrel. That's kind of funny. That's what it was called. All right, yeah. Okay, so we got to go back to the inn. I'm not sure, like, we weren't ever here before, so I want to make sure that we don't have a stone slab situation that we need to work out here. Because I don't know how we could have missed those guys. I just don't think we actually ever came here, but I'm not sure. Or is afraid of those guys at the time, so, or the monsters, so that I didn't. I don't. Could be some shit like that. This looks like a breakable wall. Hop out. Something like that. Break that down. And strong Zonite sword. But we have to give something up for this. Yeah, get rid of this. Ooh. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. That's fine. I'll take that though. Sure. But that's still not quite what we're for. Yes, this. Let's talk to this guy again.
Ah.
Don't worry. Monsters didn't get to the stone slab in the ruins. Phew. No, it feels a little lonely without those two arguing. Stone slab, you say?
Oh.
This is one of the 5 ring-shaped ruins that fell in the area. They're all broken except for the one floating above within the village itself. When that happened, the chambers within the stone slabs were exposed. These slabs provided rare examples of Zonai writing. Someone placed them very carefully. They must have been important objects. I can't believe I get to study them. Toro has translated a bit of it already. This particular stone seems to detail the requirements for becoming sage. Apparently, not only did you need to be exceptional in some way, you also needed a secret stone. I'd never heard of these secret stones before reading this. There's still so much mystery in the world. If you want the exact text, you can read the translation next to the stone slab. It must have been important. It's a shame that we still don't know what's meant by sage, quote unquote, and secret stone, also quote unquote. Well, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe you don't actually have to take pictures of these things at all. But we're going to do it anyways, just to be on the safe side. I know that you do have to do that with the little slabs that are on the star islands up in the sky. But I don't think we've even gotten the quest for that yet. Nevertheless, let's continue on here and see what happens. A stone slab at the nestled ring ruin. Some translations notes from Toro. Those who most lead among the granted qualifications are chosen as sages. Those worthy, secret stones, and henceforth sages. Clearly, the sages are subject of the slab. Filling in the blanks, I think that's basically saying talented individuals become sages by taking up the secret stones. Oh, okay. I don't know if this really helps in my quest for what I'm looking for. Or at least not exactly. But we've done all we could with this thing, and I'm not sure that we were here before. So this might be the missing fifth, or the missing fifth is the one that we still are denied access to. One or the other. But anyways, we can go back over here, go to town, go to the lady's store, which she should be happy now because, like, her husband's home, because he's not having to deal with this bullshit. Yep. Good day to see the sights around here. So did you visit the ring ruins? I would if I wasn't scared of heights. No one is allowed to visit the one ring ruin that's floating above the village. But if you've read one of the slabs in any of the other 4 ring ruins, tell me what it says. Okay, I will. What? You went to see them for me? So, what did they say? Be explaining it. So it's not enough to be exceptional. You need a secret stone to be a sage. Or so it seems at least. But what is a secret stone? If it's that special, I'm sure its beauty would put a diamond to shame. So that was the 4th one. I see. Wait a second. If you look at all these slam messages together, don't they sort of read like one single message? Well, kind of. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a congruent narrative to them all, sure. You don't think, could the rest of the message be on the slabs and floating in the ring ruin? Yes, I actually do think that. I just said that like 2 minutes ago. But why? Oh, this is impossible. Trying to figure this stuff out is making my head hurt. Oh well, at the end of the day, I learned a little something about history. Thank you for everything. From one sightseer to another, I'd like to reward you with one of my personal favorite travel necessities. Thunderwing Butterfly. I don't think I've ever seen these before. When it's made into an elixir, it offers electrical resistance. Okay, sure, fine. Those are thunderwing butterflies. I caught these unusual insects on my travels through the Faron region. They only come out in the rain. Which is kind of weird because they're electrical elemental, but okay. Seems like that could be a dangerous situation. You boil them with monster parts to make an elixir that grants you resistance to electricity. But remember that. To come in handy on your travels, take it from me. Alright then, I'll see you around. So apparently we, the slab that he was asking about, we finally got that done. So that's good. And then, what about here? Oh, now she's got shit for sale. Look at that. Carrots, butter, pumpkins, and I think I bought this already. What does she have to say? Yep, thanks. Those two have argued about offense and defense since they were barely old enough to walk. They just praised each other's vegetables, and now it's like a brand new day for those old coots. We've also got some stock back in, so it's happy days all around. That reminds me, please take this. It's a carrot, and it boosts your stamina beyond its maximum limit. Good to have, sure. It's called the Endura Carrot. Cook it to gain stamina. It's a precious natural remedy. It's been prized since old times, and it's become remarkably rare as of late. Please take it with you on your journey. Yeah, you don't see those terribly often. In Breath of the Wild, you would find them sometimes around the fairy fountains, but I didn't see that here so far, at least, in this game. Okay. So, we completed that quest. Are we done here? Oh, she's got a strong stock of ingredients, except there's one little problem. Bird eggs are still in short supply around here. Cuckoos lay their eggs every morning, of course, but they've just started laying them in a new spot. Tried following them once to find their new nesting place, but I'm not as quick at my feet as I once was. Given how well our birds sell, or our bird eggs sell, I usually have like 10 on hand or so I can easily restock them. But oh well. Do I have enough of those just in my inventory? I'd be kind of surprised if I did, but I haven't used them for anything, so we may already have this. I guess we do. Oh, really? You brought me 10 bird eggs? What a kind-hearted thing to do. Thank you so much. Of course, I'm not about to take them off of your hands without paying. Here's a Purby rupee. So she paid $5 each for them. Let's see what she sells them for. Obviously going to have to be more than that. I know it's not much, but that should still be more than you normally get. Here, let me just put these on display. There. Now both my shelves and my heart are full. Please come again. So we did get some resolution to some of these quests. 3 of them, actually. That we kind of walked away from here because it didn't seem like we could make any progress on them. So this is good. She bought them from me for $5 each. She's selling them for 12. More than twice as much. Wow, that is a savvy business person, I will tell you. That is amazing. We don't need those for anything in particular, I don't think. But if we do, we know where to find them. So that's all good. I'm not getting the warm fuzzies that we've got everything figured out with this situation now. Because, oh, well, Toro's not here. Maybe I should go talk to this guy again. You again. Princess Zelda's orders. Everyone is strictly forbidden to me close to that ring. Yeah, he said that before. Well. But neither Toro nor Paya are here. And it seems like they're standing around outside of here. Oh, is that Toro? It is.
Yeah.
What's up? I can't stop thinking about that floating ring ruin. I don't plan on disobeying the Princess Zelda's orders, but it's not easy to abide by them. Well, he told me this before. Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Well, it doesn't really give me a lot to go on of how to make that happen, because this guy busts me every fucking time I try to, like, get up there and do that. So, oh, there's Paya. Master Link, is there anything you need from me? I haven't discerned anything about Princess Zelda's whereabouts, so I'm not sure if I can be help to you. However, my plan is to investigate the ring ruins as thoroughly as possible. Dorian, my aide, does not seem to be too happy about it, but I believe this falls under my duty as chief, and so it must be done. I agree. That's all I have for you at the moment. Please stay as long as you please. Was that really... I'm pretty sure that I speed ran through this. This is Khalif's journal. That's the guy that's cock blocking us right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same dialogue that I've seen before. Which I would expect it to be. I might go read all this stuff, though. Or narrate at least. Yeah, this guy has grandiose ideation. He's pretty clearly a sociopath. But I don't see how that helps us right. So we've advanced like some of the side quests here, but not actually like what the fuck's going on here. So at this point, I'm actually going to look up what it is that you need to do to get that done. Let me see. In Tears of the Kingdom, because there might be something else that we need to do here, and I'm just not quite picking up on it. So I just. How do I stop Khalif? Or, how do I get past Khalif in Kakariko Village so I can get to the 5th ring? It should be able to figure this out. I will say, Grok has actually done a pretty excellent job of correctly answering questions this way, which is sort of impressive to me, and it impresses me every time. But
it does still get some things wrong, but the game's been out for a while, so it should know. Anyway, give me like 2 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll look at that, and we'll talk about it. Be right back.
Okay, anyway. Well, let's see what it says here. You can't get past Khalid early. He blocks access to the floating 5th ring rune Kakariko village, but there's a specific point to the main story. Complete regional phenomenon. Progress crisis at Hyrule Castle. This involves investigating the Zelda sighting there and confronting the imposter, Phantom Ganon. After the sequence, Perga gives you the main quest of Find the 5th Stage, pointing you towards ruins from legend. Oh, so I guess we haven't done that part yet. So progress at Hyrule Castle is the next thing that we need to do, it seems. Okay. It's like one of the main quests up here, something else, I think. Yeah. I thought that this was the quest that just go kill Ganon. That's why I haven't investigated this, but apparently that's not quite what's going on here. So that makes sense. And then after you do that, then we should be able to open this up. Okay. Step 1, complete regional phenomena. Step 2, progress crisis at Hyrule Castle. Further than we have so far, at least. And step 3, profit. Come back here and it should open up, basically. So I guess we should do that first. I mean, we've gotten this far, we might as well take her the rest of the way, right? So that's what we will do. But we're done for here. We're done here for now. And we did actually tie up those loose ends with all those other little side quests here, as far as I'm aware. So that's good. So no problem with that. But yeah, that's what we have to do. Like, yeah, it's the game doesn't really explain this very well. But as you progress through the game, accidentally or purposely, you would eventually figure this out. But yeah, this getting this part concluded happens much later in the game than you might be led to believe. Because the first time that you go to Lookout Landing, they're talking about Kakariko. And then there's not much you can do with it at that point. And it takes a really long time before you would, come back to tie up that loose string. It's good, but like, it's a good way to do it. But it leaves you a little lost because there's a huge amount of time between go to Kakariko Village and see what's going on there, which is pretty much one of the first things they tell you. And now, which we're not all the way through. So it's not a, A to B situation. It turns out it tells you to go to A to B. And then there's, JK elemental P before it will actually get resolved. But the game just doesn't tell you about the JK elemental P, as far as I can tell. Or at least certainly not in a clear way. Know what I'm saying? That's all. At the same time, there's good that there's mystery in the world like that. That leaves you kind of questioning what's going on. Right, so I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just pointing out that the game does not mollycoddle you with this kind of stuff. It does for most things, though, which is why you would expect it to, but in this case, it's not. It's probably why it's one of the main quests. In any case, I guess that's what we need to do next. So I guess we're supposed to go to Hyrule Castle. And we should be strong enough to do this now without too many worries, I think. We'll find out if we're wrong, but at this point, we just started the second row of hearts. etc. This will probably be fine. So yes. Is it showing on here? Do I have it? Yep. So, oh, it does show it here. So yes. Big gaping holes there, by the way, too. So I guess go here and just, I don't know, go up there again. Like, even that's not terribly clear. Just go up there. You'll figure it out. Okay. In a way, I appreciate that they don't just show you exactly where you're supposed to go. Because a lot of games do that, and it kind of takes a little bit of the adventure out of it, I would say. So I appreciate the fact that they did it this way, but if you played a whole bunch of games that do just do the whole, hey, go here, it's different that it doesn't do that totally. Like, literally put a... Because in a lot of these quests, you know, if you look like, here, I'll show you what I'll show you what I'm talking about, because that might be easier to explain it. But like, if you go through these episodes, that's the one we need to have highlighted. But like, if you go to something like this, side adventures or some shit like this, this is a good example. The travel medallion. Well, we already have one, but you can get, or two, but you can get more. Or even this, Sensor Plus. I can tell you already just from looking at the little mini map here that this is coming from Robbie down in Hitano. So, and we can see that. We can zoom out, go in here. It definitely is. So it shows you the location of the person that gave you the quest, not where the location of the objective is. That's the difference. So that's what I'm talking about. Because in a lot of games, they will show you exactly where the objective is. This doesn't. So that's why there's a little bit of dissonance there. But I think it's a good choice. I really hated that the first time I played the game. Just because it's like unusual to do it that way. But now, like, I appreciate it that they did it that way, because I think it would have cheapened the game if they had done it the other way and just showed you the locations of where you're actually supposed to go. No, they trust you to actually, like, use your brain and figure it out. But then they'll show you where you need to actually bring that back to close the loop and bring her back home. I actually agree with this. 3 years ago, B would completely have disagreed with that, but you know, now I wouldn't. So there you go. But yeah, like, especially like in World of Warcraft or whatever, like, they show you pinpoint location of where you're supposed to go for every given quest. So you get used to that kind of thing for a while. And a lot of other games do that too, but that's like the easy example for me to say. Where here it's like, nope, that's just where the guy is that sent you off in the first place. Go read what he said and go to the place where you think that is. Yeah, that's actually what it should be. Because then you have that angle of exploration and adventuring that gets cheapened if you're just shown the location of where you're supposed to go. And come on, if you really can't figure it out, you can just look it up on the internet. So no big deal, but like, I like this approach. It's actually a good call. I didn't necessarily think so at the time, but now I do. Anyway, let's make sure we get this back up there. Now, in this case, it does show you where you're supposed to go next, but it doesn't always do that. Which makes the whole thing a little bit more confusing even than it might be otherwise. But,
it's a little bit inconsistent though. It's like the autist side of my brain is like, no, just no. This is not good for that reason exactly. But the more creative, whimsical side of my brain's like, yeah, this is actually a good stylistic choice. Just because it keeps you on your toes. Again, leaning into the whole adventure slant. So, yeah. I appreciate this, the way they did this more than I used to. Let's put it, TLDR. Yeah. Things I complained about in this game, I actually appreciate because I understand what they were doing. Or at least better understand what they were doing than I did before. Anyhow, that's the end of my monologue. Let's go. Hopefully we don't die in like the first 5 minutes of fucking around up here. Could happen. If it does, well, fuck it, you know. Oh well. It's easy enough to bounce back from. It's just not that big of a deal. Yeah, you know what? Go right in through the front door. No fucks given. If it'll let me in. I'm not even going to talk to that guy. We're just going to go. Maybe I should talk to that guy just to make sure he doesn't say anything. He might. I guess we should probably talk to him. It's about time for those monsters that love the dark to awaken.
Oh.
Captain Hans is withdrawn from the castle and is fulfilling other duties for the Monster Controls crew. But never fear, I keep watch, and I make sure no thieves sneak past me and steal any of the castle's treasures. Well, apparently there's treasures in the castle. We kind of already knew that, but yes. But be on your guard, okay? There's a terrifying monster called Gloomspawn lurking around here. Oh, I hate that shit. Ooh, I hate that shit. Nope, that's the hands. Ooh, no, I don't like that at all. But apparently that shit's around here. I'm not surprised. Ooh, no, I don't like that shit at all. And the funny thing is, like, I don't remember exactly how to do it, but once you, like, figure out and exploit the thing's weakness, it's super easy to take down. But you have to have the right stuff with you in order to do it. So, like, there's this really big cliff between... It's difficult because, oh my god, I'm scared. This thing, like, hits me really hard. Just swing your weapon at it or shoot an arrow at it, and there's high panic mode. And then there's like, I know exactly what to do here. You do this, you do that. Then you execute. It's not that hard to do. You just like have to remember like 3 things and do them in order, and that's it. And then you win. It's no big fucking deal at all. It's really funny the difference between that. You're still fighting the same enemy, but it can be really hard or impossible, or just super fucking roll your eyes how easy it is sort of thing. Depending on your experience with it, I suppose. It's interesting that they have an enemy that does something like that. It's kind of true for Lynels too, I suppose. But what you have to do to make things happen in that way is a different set of steps. But it's really easy if you know how to do it and can execute it and have the stuff on you to make it happen. But if you got all that covered and know what you're doing and can pull it off, it's actually not that big of a deal. Anybody could do this if they knew exactly what they had to do and what they had to have. And then after that,
you just execute on it, which maybe you'll die a couple of times until I get the hang of it. But at least you have everything you need at your disposal to make it happen in the simplest way possible. Contrast that with not knowing any of that stuff, and you're going to get like 2-shot. Big difference. Yeah, so we don't like the gloom. Yep. Just run away from it if you can. It's coated in some kind of monster completely coated in glue. If it touches you, it'll steal away your vitality. Well, we have plenty of food to address that still, I think. So that's not really a big deal, but that means you have to do something about it. So we don't particularly want that to happen, but we can fix it if it does. It has some strange wriggly things protruding all over. It's a real sight. Yeah. This is the monster that I'm talking about. We all know what it is. The fucking gloom hands. They're scary as shit. Never once have I even tried to defend myself, let alone kill one of those this time around. And I still don't know exactly what it is that you're supposed to do, but I have an idea. So if we run into it, I will try it, and then we'll see if that was correct or not. So that's the plan. So I do hope I see one just so I can test that out. It's like, I think you're supposed to do this thing and then do that. And it works really incredibly well. Because I know that exists, but I don't remember exactly the details. So we're going to have to test a few things. I could go look it up, but I don't want to ruin it for myself. The first time we face one of those, we'll try a few things to see what works. If we really, really like, if it's like a thing where we can't get past it and we have to kill it and we can't, then we'll look it up. Otherwise, like, no, that's fine. The fun is figuring it out. So it's good. You know, the internet's good where you can like look stuff up like that if you're stumped. But I don't you shouldn't start there. Try to figure it out, and if you run out of ideas and you're stumped, then go look. I think that's fine. But try it on your own first. So that's what we're going to do. So I hope you do run into one of those, just so I can see if my suspicions are at least somewhat correct. And I'm not going to say what it is. We'll just do it, and then we'll see what happens. So I hope we run into one of those. But he did say we should probably just run away from it. So it's probably all we really have to do to get through this part of the quest. Okay. With that said, let's make sure we're appropriately decked out. I think this will do. Yeah, we'll do that. Make sure that we have the right armaments and stuff. We actually should take this part a little bit seriously, especially if we're going to do that, right? So, yeah, bow situation's fine. Shield, nothing special on this one. It's just a shield. We hardly ever use those anyways. Weapons, we should probably pick something a little higher test than that, though. I do like spears, but that one doesn't do very much damage, and this one doesn't die. This is even worse. Sometimes they're still good just because of how quick they are, though, even though they do way less damage, because the quickness kind of makes up for that. So don't be foolish, because I mean sometimes it's so low that it's really actually not worth using. But just because a spear has a little bit lower damage than like a one or two handed sword, that doesn't mean it's worse, because it goes faster, a lot faster. You can hit faster with the spear than you can with a one-handed weapon, even. I'm pretty sure. No, like noticeably so. And of course, the two-hander is slower, but when it does connect, it, you know, does shit tons of damage. Well, that's why. Do you want your damage to be in 8 swings, 4 swings, or 1 swing? So that's the difference, right? Anyway, I think we're as ready as we're going to be. Yeah, except, well, let's look at that. I feel like we need to start off strong with that. But the only problem is that, yeah, these are really good weapons, so I don't know if I want to waste them, per se. But you know what? Fuck it. Nah, fuck that, because we said yesterday, like, it's not hard to farm one of these triple cores. It's probably harder to find the Zonite piece like this. It doesn't have anything attached to it than it is to farm these. So you know what? Let's just fucking use them. We'll do this one just because I'll take a one-hander over a two-hander just because it's a little faster. But I won't mind switching to the big boy over here if this breaks, for instance. So I think that's the right idea. All right. Can we just go in, or do we have to sneak around? Last time we just got to go in. Or can we... Yeah, we had to do that in Breath of the Wild, too. Because they were metal doors, so you used magnesis on them. Same basic concept, though. Definitely. All right, well, let's see. So far, nothing much is happening. It's not like any real place to go besides the one way. But that's good. Oh, there's something over here. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh. Yeah, what's this? We get around that somehow? Oh, fuck, you just lifted up? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a second. Let's save. Move this a little bit. Another save, so 2 manual saves. Because I don't think this is really the way we're supposed to go right now, but I can't help myself to go see what's here. Because I think the idea is that, you just continue up that way, which is the same thing we did in the first game. So that's, yeah. And we could not go into this place before in Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild, because there was a guard standing here, and he would just never let you through. Like, he would void out, start back over here, and he's like, nope, don't do it. Now he's not here, and looks like we can get in here. So this just got pretty interesting. So that's why I popped 2 manual saves. So depending on the situation or whatever we find down there, we might find a lot of good stuff or whatever if we can get back here in one piece and then go up and do what we're actually supposed to do. That was the idea. So we'll see. But I think this might be interesting, even if that doesn't happen. So we're in it for the love of the game on this one. Okay, that's the context of what we're doing. So, maybe we won't run into the Gloom Hands, like he said, because we're not going where he told us to go. So maybe, yeah, we'll go with this and figure it out from there. So this is actually fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this up for a little while. That's probably good enough. And then we're gonna rewind. Yeah, then just walk right through there. You're done. Do the same thing over here. Wow. think about if this was like a superhero in a comic book, like X-Men or something. Like, this dude has a whole lot of pretty goddamn useful powers all at once. That's amazing. And yeah, what you can do with them is really at the limit of your imagination at that point. Right? I really liked the, if anybody's ever seen it before or not, the series Heroes. I thought that was really good. Has to do with like people, just regular ass people that like one way or another they have like basically superpowers and just the shit that happens because of that. I loved that show. And it did suffer from the same thing a lot of series that I love eventually fall into. Like, say, The Office or... fuck, what was that show? I can't think what it was called. The one where they're stranded on an island. I can't even think of it. Lost. God, I love that show. But the first, I think, like, some of these shows ran for, like, say, 4 or 5 seasons. Like, the first 2 seasons are really fucking good. It's a little, well, that's actually not true. Like, the first half of the first season, you're just learning who the characters are and getting to know them, right? So about halfway through the first season to probably when the third season starts, that's as good as this show is ever going to get. And it is. And then after that, it kind of slowly peters out. But yeah, Heroes, I love that show. Lost too, it was really good. But those are shows that you actually have to like pay attention to. So that's not always what you want to watch. Sometimes you just want to turn some shit on and kind of just veg out. You can't really do that with those shows or you're going to miss something. Okay, so we got... we don't have a very good map for this place yet. It's pretty rough. But anyway... Oh, I bet you could get down to Ganon by doing this shit. I don't think we actually want to do that. Well, we'll see what happens. Get down this guy. Fuck him up. Yeah, shoot his ass. And not sorry either. Oh man, can I cancel that? Yes, actually. Now do it. Do this for the shield. Actually, yeah, like if you actually use the buffs that your companions give you, you can probably be fine. You have to be a little more strategic if you're going to do that. And sometimes you don't want to do that. You just kind of want to veg out and just like play a game where you can just like hit the button and you kill the guy and that's it. And that's totally fine. I do that probably about 65, 70% of the time. But it is satisfying the other part of it too, where it's like, yeah, like I have everything I need to take care of the situation. I'm going to make a couple of decisions along the way and bye-bye. I win. And it's not even a question. It just depends on how you want to play it. Just different play styles. But it's nice that the same game can give you a satisfaction out of a couple different play styles. I think that's the mark of a, good design in the game. If you think about it. Because the game gives you plenty of choices to have pretty radically different play styles, actually. Which might not be evident at first, but it is the case. And there's tons of different ways that you can deck yourself out and do this and do that and have this weapon and just fucking delete shit. And you could do that a whole bunch of different ways. I think that's really cool. So huge W for the people that made this game, in that respect at least. It's not without criticism, but like, yeah, I think they got that right. Okay, so I assume we came from that way, so you can either go this way and follow the red carpet, or, well, that has a red carpet too, but it's not contiguous. Well, let's see what's in here. It still goes up, but it goes a different way. I don't even know what to do. Let's just run around and see what happens, I guess. I'm locked in if I see those gloom hands, though. I know exactly what I'm going to try to do, and then we'll see if it actually does what I want it to do. Man. Does that no. I was gonna say, like, does this purpley stuff like count as like a hole in the ground to go down? But I do not believe it does. No. Okay, so just stay out of that shit. Apparently, we're supposed to go over here. Oh, okay. Can I go from here up there and like get over there some way or something then, or what? Remember, that's what we're actually supposed to be doing here right now, which we've gotten a little bit off the beaten path, I suppose you would say. I think it was worth it for the experience, but all right, let's just see if we can put this baby to bed, all right? Do shit like this where you get strategic. It's like, I know I'm gonna have to use my climbing gear, so I may as well just have all that equipped. We're gonna have a better time. And guess what? You do have to do a little work to like switch stuff around a little bit, but no, it's just how the game is. It's good. It's fine that it's that way. Well, there's a shrine up there, I guess. That doesn't really. Yeah, I'm not up as far as I should be. Well, that's how are you supposed to get way up there, though? Or do we even need to? I can't tell. We maybe should have just went in the front door here, but like we're not far enough up. Because the darker colored areas of the map are lower, and the lighter ones, like up here, are higher. Okay, see, that's how it works. So, we're way the hell down here. But I'm not really seeing how we're supposed to get altitude. Are we supposed to just climb up this way? Or climb up this way? I'm not actually sure why we're over here. Probably because we didn't go the way we were supposed to. Might be why. More I think about it, that could in fact be the case. But, well, this way is going up. Let's try this. Well, yeah. Okay. So, which must be able to get up there if we keep going this way. Is that the idea? Kinda. I mean, we could probably, yeah, we could climb up there from there. Should be no problem. Oh. Why did we slip? Why the fuck we slipping? Is that like some invisible barrier? No, it's not. Okay. That's really weird. It's not even like wet out here. It's not raining or anything like that. Okay, well, I guess let's keep going up and see what happens. I don't know. We're on an adventure. Okay. There's probably something over there, but I don't think we should do it. So we gotta climb up further. This is as high as it goes in this local area. Yeah, right. It seems that way, so we'd have to climb up there, which we could probably do, actually. Do like this. Watch. Yeah, we're way good. Not even a problem. This is a little bit tougher to climb up because anyhow, we are kind of ascending, I guess. What do we have for, this is just boards and stuff, okay. Because I wouldn't be surprised if at some point it makes us like build a vehicle, do something, you know, something like that. Yeah, see, like there's no... Wait, hold on. Okay. We'll probably need that later. So that's why we did that. Yeah, see, I don't know what the fuck to do here. Like, you know, there is like waterfalls coming off this. Can we... Which I imagine are like kind of out front here based off of what it looks like. Can we... There's nothing close in the sky. Maybe from Lookout Landing. Maybe. Let's try it. I don't think this is a particularly good spot. We did scope the place out though, so like, yeah, we're gonna be fine. But I think we probably are better off pursuing the specific goal, maybe. But we did get to look around, so I think that's important. Is it high enough? Actually, yes. Oh, fuck yes. There is stuff up here, too. Oh, no, that's other stuff. Way far away. Yeah, we actually can get up to the top. Or as close as you're going to get to the top. Anyway. Higher than we were. Yeah, I think this is the fucking Ganon fight. We're not supposed to do that. Yeah, we're definitely supposed to go this way. Look at that. I mean, it goes like right front and center into the main place. That's got to be it, right? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. So are we really gonna like... We're gonna get in a scrapper here? I feel like we might. Yeah, so we gotta go down in here. Oh. Oh, see, now this is inside the castle. It's got a different map than before. Because now it has, like, the floors and stuff, see? We didn't have that before, so... That's noted.
Link,
Oh, fuck. Something's happening.
Link, come to me. I am waiting,
Where?
waiting for you.
Does she think I'm gonna fall for that? Like, I already know she's... Like, there's something fucking going on with that. But, so it says I'm supposed to go here, right? Yeah, okay. That's fine. So, can't we just, turn around and pretty much glide right there? More or less? It should be like that. I think it's that building over there. I think it's what we're supposed to be going towards. Maybe people are actually just walking through. Is that place or not? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess so. Second gatehouse. Or we're gonna go finally talk to the guy that's in charge, and he's like, "Yeah, it's about time you show up." Oh no, it's Zelda. Oh shit. Okay, hold on a second. I feel like things may take a turn, so I want to be prepared for that. Yeah. I don't trust the situation, so... Ooh, if we have any defense food, that would also be good. I think I made some, but... I may have used it, though. Yeah, I think so. We got plenty of just regular ass food, so that's fine. Yeah, full recovery plus 10 hearts. Fuck yes. We only have one of those, though. We gotta find more hardy fish. That's good. Look at that shit. Full recovery plus 10. Okay, so that is useful to us pretty much through the whole rest of the game at this point. Yeah, we should find out how to acquire more of that, because that seems really good. But yeah, no, I was looking to see. Oh, I do have some defense. Yes, I do. See it now. We do actually have some defense food. I see it now. That's what that is. So defense up. It's just you're gonna take a little bit less damage than you would have otherwise. Let's see. That's actually a good question for Brock. Let's see about that. In Tears of the Kingdom, I assume items and food that have plus defense have an effect that reduces the amount of incoming damage. If that's or not even that, just like how much damage reduction do you get per stack? Let's see if it knows what I'm talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. Let's see if it figures that out. Usually when I say shit like this, like, yeah, it pretty much does figure. I don't usually have to clarify it anymore. I used to, but it's like, it actually is getting better. I think this is actually really good. I remember, like in the late 90s or even early 2000s, people would go to like, this was before Google even, you go to yahoo.com and you do exactly that same thing in the search bar. You try to ask a question, just like we just did. And search engines at the time did not work like that at all. They even, in high school, like we had like, I don't know, some kind of class. I don't remember what it was for actually, but part of it was like, how to correctly format your search for the search engine. And it uses Boolean logic and all this other stuff. So like, no, like people were trying to like do what I just did 30 years ago and it didn't work then. It got better over time and now you can actually do that. It's actually easier to just ask the AI versus even going to like Google and like Google searching something. Because the AI can figure out what you really want, and then behind the scenes, it pulls up whatever it needs to. Like, that's actually a pretty good technology. Just like the really basic idea of that, and it works. It's pretty good at it. I think that's pretty neat. It usually gives me an answer that makes sense. Okay, so it did actually answer this. Yes, in Tears of the Kingdom, both defense and temporary defense up. Tough in parentheses. Here, I'll just show you what it says while I read this off. Come on, go over there. Yep. Yes, in Tears of the Kingdom, both defense and temporary defense up. Tough is the effect they call it, I guess. From food and elixirs, reduce incoming damage by subtracting from the enemy's attack power. Oh, that's how it works. So, yeah, okay. Yes. This works the way I would expect it to. Okay. Damage is collected, calculated in quarter heart units. 1 full heart equals 4 points of damage. Yes, because the quarter heart is the smallest unit there is. That's why it's measured that way. You can translate it into hearts from there, I guess, if you want to. So the formula is roughly damage taken equals enemy attack power minus your total defense. But is it 1-to-1 or like how does it work? Like, what do you get for it? Okay, so this is what I was looking for right here. I think defense up from food/elixirs that have the defense stacks. Level 1 gives you +4 defense. Level 2 gives you +12. Okay, so it does scale. That's what I thought. Yeah, defense is pretty good. We should just probably have that as baseline. The more that you get, the better. I wouldn't say it's free exactly, but it's a thing you can do that's not that big of a deal. Probably should have it though. Okay, so it does scale. 4, 12, 24. Okay, so 4 defense on armor is 1 heart reduction. Yes, because 4 is the number of quarter hearts. 8 defense equals 2 heart reduction, and so on. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Got it. The food buff adds to your armor total. With fully upgraded high-end armor and a level 3 tough meal can push past defense plus 100, which is a huge reduction. Yeah, because that means that a hit that would take 25 hearts, you don't even take damage from. Oh, that's crazy. So technically, you can do that. You can orchestrate things as such that you can do that if you want to. Got it. Okay, so you can either level 1 defense gives you 1 heart resistance. A level 2 gives you 3 hearts resistance, and level 3 gives you 6 hearts resistance. That's how the math, I guess. Okay. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have. So 1 stack of it gives you that, and you can't here's the thing: you can't stack food. Here, follow-up question for Garak, actually, now that I think about it. Can you stack food and elixir? Or how should I put that? Can you stack the defense I don't know how to spell it. It'll figure it out. Can you stack the defense buffs from both food and elixirs? Question mark. What about armor stats? This is actually like if it doesn't know what I'm talking about, I wouldn't actually blame it for this, but let's see what it does. Because again, I know what I mean. No, you cannot stack. Okay, so this is the basic. I didn't think you could stack them, so that's why I asked. No, you cannot stack defensive food and elixirs together. It's one or the other. You can either get it from food or elixirs, but you can't do both at the same time and then stack it. No. Eating a tough meal and then drinking a tough elixir or vice versa simply overwrites the previous effect. Yeah, because that's what it actually does. If you have an elixir that just comes with 2 stacks of it, and you already have eaten food that had 1 stack of it, it won't make 3. It'll just overwrite your existing 1 to 2 because that's what the other thing had. I get it. No, that makes perfect sense. Armor defense, on the other hand, does stack with one or the other of those things. So, elixirs, Happy South Park Day. Is this the anniversary of when the show originally aired or something? 'Cause, yeah, it'd probably be about right. Was it 29 years or something? Because I think that came out in it did not come out in 1996, so I know that this is not the 30 year. Okay, so this does work the way I thought. Yes, you can stack the food or elixir buff with armor, but the food and the elixir buffs themselves you can't stack. It's one or the other. And that's it. Yeah, that's how I would have expected that to work. Okay, good. 97. That's what I thought. If I was going to guess, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to say it and then be wrong, but that's what I thought. So, yes, 29. Well, I guess I did say what I thought because I said 29. Isn't that crazy? What the fuck? Alright, anyway, let's double check. We did all that just to discuss whether we're going to apply a fucking defense effect or not. Well, I guess we might as well. Okay. This one is better because it's 2 stacks of it. Okay. It would be funny if we don't like need this at all. If it's just like a cutscene or some shit, but guess what? We got 2 stacks of defense up, so yeah. We're as good as we're gonna get out of this. What is this? Royal Guard Shield. 70 defense. So I suppose the defense mechanic works the same way as the shield's defense one does then. Like, so if the enemy was going to do 100 hearts worth of damage, this would soak 70 of it, so then you would only actually take 30 hearts of damage. That's, 30 quarter heart pieces. In everything I said, all these numbers are in quarter hearts, which apparently we just learned. If so, that's quite good, but you actually have to use a shield and absorb the hit. That doesn't work if you just like have it equipped. You have to actually use it. That's the difference between a shield and armor, I suppose. Anyhow, this is quite suspenseful. Like even in the music there, or whenever, you know, the background. Yeah. You really get a feeling there's gravity to the situation, you know? Well, anyhow, let's see what she says. Is she gonna let us talk to her? She's probably gonna tell us to fuck right the hell off. Oh, she just appeared. Oh, and then she went. Why the fuck she? What? Does she go all that for? Ah! For Christ's sakes. Wind them all. Mud them. And pick one of them off. Yeah. Gonna go in heavy. He died. Good. Alright, there you have to do. Yep. I think that went pretty well. Really. I'm not going to complain about it, that's for sure. I think that went just fine. That guy's dead. But now what? Now where are we supposed to go? Yeah, where'd she go?
up here, probably, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, well, this is just like up above here, so I don't. Oh, what the fuck? You gotta go way down there? Why? So we're just supposed to jump out of here and fucking go do that? Yeah, because like whatever it shows that the goal is like over here. Like, go down. Well, also there's a shrine there. So yeah, actually. Oh wait, what the hell is this? I didn't even see this. A royal halberd. It's not. Depending on how you want to play, it's a good weapon. That's not necessarily the way I want to do it, so it's of less value to me, but like I do see the value in it if you want to play it. If your play style conforms to that. So yeah. So it's not particularly good, but if I have something that I'd rather replace, then I will. Long stick versus royal tail. I don't know because this one has time. I don't think I would actually loot this right now. Like, it's not that it's bad. It's just that we're good right now. So, are we supposed to like just continue going up again or what? Because really, do we like get? Yeah, we need to get up out of here so that. Sail away. So we actually need to go up first. I think. Jumping down that way just dumps you backwards. So just to be expected. There doesn't need to be a pathway that way. Is that what we're looking for? No, not exactly. We're supposed to get over that way somehow. We may have to take a detour to get to that, maybe. Let me see where it says get a lead. Yeah. Okay. We'll go that way. Oil shield, also good, but we're all right on that right now. But it's good. Arrows. I just noticed that like the background is more tense, you know. So it's gets over that direction. Oh, is there something behind the waterfall? It almost looks like it because these are supposed to be entrances, exits. These yellow things. Same thing with this. So that probably goes downstairs and it's like comes out here. Okay, well, anyway, and also here, same thing.
but I don't understand exactly how it works. We're like one released. So we're still kind of winging this. But the good news is we're on the high ground, so we should be able to get down to where we need to be, I think. Well, yeah, let's get that. There we go. Good. All right, yeah, let's go that way. Yeah, we'll just skip all those obstacles and then just get up here. Probably have enough stamina. We do. That's also nice is that, like, at some point for stuff like that, you don't have to swap out to your climbing gear for that. Whatever you got just already is fine. But like for some of those little bit longer climbs, obviously that's what you want it for, and it works. And it's quite satisfying, I would say. What we got here? The way up. Okay. The way up. All right. Well, I guess we'll keep that in mind. Nothing special up there. Oh, okay, yep. All right, this is easy enough. Watch this. Do this. Put this up here. And then you ascend through it. And, well, if I should have slid this. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, do that. Should work. Yeah, just as is. Yeah. If it was slightly too high to do that, you could also do like some timey-wimey stuff by lifting it up and then bring it back down, then do the time reverse thing. Yeah. Anyway, the way up, right? Is that the way up? Yeah. Okay. So, that was the way up. All right. Fair enough. And then we got this thing over here, which I guess was probably supposed to do some kind of variation on the same theme. Can we collect? Actually, yes. Well, I don't know. Can we grab this and bring it in here? Or will it not get through the threshold? No, I don't think so. Okay. We shouldn't need it, but I just kind of wonder to myself if there is some, something else going on maybe with that or something. Okay, so let's see. We got this. Let's do... All right. Well, I want to see something first of all. I think this should be the simplest. If we did something like this, would that work? I think it probably would. Right? Yeah, okay, good. I didn't see any chest or anything, though. I hope we didn't miss it. I guess we'll see. So same thing here, bunch of crap on the floor. Not that. Oh, the chest is gonna be like the other direction. Oh, yes, it's up there. Okay, we got spikes. Got these 3 pieces. I'm sure the same thing applies. We can't, you know, pull in stuff from out here, but no, it won't let me do it. Okay, so no, you don't. Oh, yes, actually, you can't. I thought for sure that wasn't gonna work. That was the only piece though, wasn't it? No. Can we? Well, it won't. It'll be too long. It'll fit through the. Oh. Do I just get stuck, or can we bring him in here still? Or no? No, I think we can't actually drink this food there. That's okay. I was just trying to see what we could get away with. If we made a ramp out of all these pieces, we probably could just walk right up there. I think. Really. Yeah, I don't think it has to be particularly complicated. Or you could also do a slightly different thing. Either approach would work. I want to see about the ramp theory first. If not, I got a backup plan. So we're good. But because we smuggled that one piece in here, we might be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Because otherwise your ramp would be missing one tile or whatever, so it'd be short. Nope. Will this do the job? Actually, yes. There's a completely different way I would do this too. Magic rod. I don't. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're gonna drop this so we can loot this, so that we can drop this, so we can loot this. So at least that way it counts for the. Oh, okay. So we got all the chests in the shrine. Perfect. So that actually worked just fine. Here, probably actually just do things like fucking turn it around and do that. Just make sure it's touching up there. Can we climb up that? Yeah, absolutely. That's not exactly what. There's completely different ways you could have done that. Like both of those parts. But that worked. But it wouldn't have worked without that piece we smuggled in, I don't think. So technically this would be the wrong way to have done it. I think. I'm not sure though. Sometimes you can't tell. Because just your abilities give you so many different ways that you could potentially tackle a problem. All right, well, we got that. That was cool. But we're not done yet, because we haven't actually accomplished what we set out to do here. We did get the Well, teleport, I guess. And we're supposed to go down there. I'll pop a manual. It probably already auto-saved it, but we'll just do that just in case. That way we can just get back up here if something doesn't work out. Yeah, so we're there right now. No, we need to go over here. Can we scope it, see it? Okay, good. So just down this way. Yes. Okay. So go in here. I guess. Knight's broadsword. I mean, it's good, but I don't think I need it.
Yeah, we're about to get in trouble here, aren't we? I get a bad feeling post this. Well, let's see what happens, I guess. Yeah. Let's go. Look at this, you know. Where the hell does that even come from? See it? Hold on. For it. What's this? Soldier's bow, arrows. Ah, fuck. Are we doing this again for real? Shit, it's okay. I didn't get shot. I don't know what happened there, but he died and I didn't, so that's good, I guess. Prime steak, black Hinox horn, Hinox guts, Knight's bull. That's actually pretty good. Stick. But I can't take it. Oh, I can't carry any more meals. There is a limit on how many meals you can get.
Well, I think that went relatively well, actually. Where's food go then? Okay. Now we can move that. And we'll move up it. Something's going on here. That's the way. What the fuck is this? Let's jump out here. Why would we want to do that? Not sure. So I don't think so. But I guess there'll be a way to escape. I guess. Couple arrows. Let's see. I knew some shit was going on. There's nice claymore that's actually pretty good. Anything else? Shard of Dinral Spike. It's quite strange that we would loot that from here. Aren't you supposed to get that off the dragon? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, how far as that weapon goes? Do you want that? This thing's gonna break, so that's kind of a problem. So that's not really good. These other things I'm not sure about yet. Everything else is pretty much fine. Should I ditch this now? We might get a couple more hits out of it, so I don't know. I'm gonna stick with that for now in the hopes that we get more than like 1 or 2 hits out of it. If you got like 3 good whacks with that thing, it's actually pretty good. All right. Anyway, so move that. There's one over here too. King's Study. Royal Guard boots. Wow. These boots are part of the uniform for Hyrule's Royal Guard. They're a fine blend of style and function, recently reproduced and made available. Does that have any set bonus effect? I wonder. Does the Royal Guard? Because otherwise, it doesn't do it. None of them do anything by themselves. By the looks of it, that was just purely cosmetic. Does the Royal Guard set have any bonus? It should know what I mean. It's probably just cosmetic, but it does look cool. Oh, it does. Charge attack stamina up. Reduces the stamina cost of charged attacks by 50%. Oh. This makes a spin attacks, especially with two-handed weapons and claymores, last significantly longer before you run out of stamina. Oh, so you can just like fucking whirlwind these guys? Wow. That's actually kind of good. Yeah, you definitely want a two-hander for that. Right. That's interesting. So yes, the actual set for the 2-set bonus does do something with these things, even though the item itself doesn't have any particular effect. Besides, like, looking cool. But the entire set, when upgraded, does have an effect. Alright, cool. Anything else? Oh, oil shield. Yeah, nah, it's fine. We're good. It gives you some pretty goddamn good gear if you need it. We did come prepared though, so that's the only reason why these things were just like walking away from. It's just that we already have similar gear-ish anyhow. But if you didn't, you'd be really glad that the game gives you all this shit. Because you're going to need it, one way or the other. Or it'll make it a lot easier. Okay. Well, is there anything up there that I should be aware of? No, I don't see anything here. No, we'll just go this one. So, oh, these fuckers. I did get a couple of hits on him, to be fair. I did. So I do think that was good. Yep. That affected every single one of them. Use that, see those. Cool. Take those good go boys too. Yeah, absolutely. No problem. We know how to face these threats. So, are we getting closer to where we're supposed to be or not? Like, I'm not sure anymore. You know? Oh, now we're supposed to go over that way? Whoa. We'll just keep going the way we're going. It's the way the game is leading us, so... At least... Oh, there is something over here. Yeah, I guess we just go this way, and then eventually we'll come up and go that way. But for now, like, we'll just keep right the curve. Okay, good enough. These are a little squirrely, you know? Well, where is She-Ra? Yeah, that. Can we just like shot the hell out of all of them? Yeah, kind of. This fight has gone a lot better than I expected. you know? Yeah. All right. Keep it moving. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, this motherfucker, dude. Piece of shit. Asshole. Done. This is working a lot better than I would have expected. I'm pleased with this so far. So yes, it does appear that we are going in the correct direction, generally speaking. Not sure if I should go up there or not. I'm not going to for now. Okay, so we're getting fire fruit for Frankenberry over here. This is these chests are almost always just garbage. It's okay. If I have room for it, I'll take it. I'll say that. But I wouldn't necessarily have made room in my inventory for it if I had to. Well, yeah, that's still pretty good. We'll keep that for now. Not too shabby. Kind of surprised, actually. All right, so now we got one of those. So how is this going to go? Well, this is where the game is leading us so far, so I'm just inclined to continue to go this way. Yeah, see, like, that's inconvenience. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do about that. Just go up there and soak damage or what? Yeah, I guess. It's fine, really. Apparently, we're doing that. Not a problem. Ooh, that's a good, real good bow. We will gladly get rid of this thing for that one. It's good. Yep. Nice. Well, technically we're out in the sun, so we're not locked out of those hearts. Just because we're above the ground, I guess. Okay, so... well, there's stuff over there. see what's going on over here. Yeah, this is the way we came though, so like I don't think that's it. Yeah, we need to go towards this thing. This is where we're gonna go, I think. Yeah, we gotta go down the spiral staircase. There's something back behind here. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. Broadsword, shield, not bad, but don't need them. Well, by God, we're gonna fucking get to this place one way or the other. This looks like another just exits out of here. So nothing special about that. Royal Guard's shield. That's different than a royal shield, right? Royal Guard's shield. Well, what's the difference? I'm actually curious. So we're gonna drop one. Just pick this up so you can see what it actually is. 70. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. That's a hell of a trade, though. Anyhow, I guess we're supposed to go this way, so let's do that. This kind of looks like a dead end here. We're supposed to do this. Fine. I didn't think it would reach. All right. Oh, we're a level above where we need to be right now. Here's what we should do. Let's just get that there just so we've got this established. So, let's try that again. So we're supposed to be, we're on first floor right now. We need to get down to the next one. Is that far enough? No. This far enough? No. Is there a hole in the ground here? Actually, there is. Okay. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Yep. There she is. What is this thing over here? Can I grab it and still aggroing? Yes, actually. Royal Guard's bow, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I would drop this one in favor of that. But I'm not going to have that good right now. We'll go to. Oh, this actually do this. Okay. Well, I think we're right on the right track. It seems that way. Let's just be safe. Okay. Well, motherfuckers. Man, that works so well. The Dazzle Fruit's really good because it blinds them for a couple seconds. Then you just walk right up to them and beat the shit out of them. Problem solved. So, you know, that's what happens. Some decent loot. I don't want the boomerang. Knight's help. I'd rather have the Knight's help. Anyway, let's see. We could go up there and ascend if we had to. I don't know if that's what we're supposed to do or not. No, because this keeps going down. So I think there's probably like loops down. Well, I don't know actually. We'll find out. No, we might have to do some kind of crazy business to get where we're going, but I will try to go the way that it seems that we're pointed towards. Royal Guard's Claymore. That's actually a really good weapon. Depending on your build, like this is like the weapon that you want. It's good, but we don't need it right now for what we're doing. But that's a good weapon. We need any of this shit or like anything else going on here that we should be aware of or anything like this? No, I guess. Pretty much like, yeah, I guess maybe if we do this, get back out of here and then proceed, even though we're supposed to try to go down. In there, how the fuck are we gonna make that happen now? Oh, down here even, like, it's... So... Alright. Can we just, like, go over this way, like, glide over there, and then we should be able to get inside that way. Yeah, that's what we have to do, huh? Okay. So we have to do it from the right place. Yeah, we want to go in there. So we'd be better off launching from atop this thing. Or as much altitude as we can get. Can we scope it and see it? That way. Okay, perfect. looks like that might be something right there. That sure does. All right. Believe it or not, actually got that one right. That was what we were supposed to do. Okay. Before we go any further, take a 2-minute break. Be right back. All right. I got some food cooking. I have a timer set. And, well, hopefully we get this part of it completed before the timer goes off. Because when my timer goes off, then I'm going to eat food. So that's the plan. So hopefully we don't fire around too much here, right? So... I suppose we should get to it then. Well, we'll see what happens here. Still pumping the manual, see even maybe where are we really sitting, I guess. Yeah, we can collect that. Drop it here. No, not that. Do that. Okay, we're probably about as safe as we're gonna be here. It's a Zelda. Oh, more monster forces. Big fucking surprise. Was a good weapon. Silver Moblin horn. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a silver one. Damn. All right. That's pretty good then. What do we got here? A stick. Kidding me? Yeah, but so we gotta get in from there then now too. I don't know. I guess, but we had to go here first, so it doesn't really matter. But we might have to adjust for that. How about actually, yeah. Because, like, none of the other layers really work with this. You're not getting in here this way. You have to go in here this way. That's what it looks like to me. So we might as well be over here from the start and try to glide over there or do whatever we have to do to get in that way. I think that is the right plan. So that's what we're going to do. So far, that kind of logic has actually worked for this place, so I'm inclined to continue doing that until I have a reason not to. Alright, so we want to go, we're going to jump out the window now. That's why I set that here, because I think that would be useful. So, can we actually just pin that? You can? That's crazy. We're not going to be able to see it from right here, though. Not yet, anyway. I still don't see it. That's not a good sign. Ooh, and now we're outside the zone where it's considered. Oh, is that it? Okay, fine. I got it. We can actually do this. It's not a big deal even. Okay. Yeah, we can do it. It's fine. We'll do it right here. So we got to get up that way specifically, I think. And then there'll be some entrance that we can go into. Just on the top and other side of the one. Not inside it. Well, it might be inside it, but I don't think so. Just at the top of it. So here's what we're going to do for that. It's pretty easy. One stack of the Zora armor will do that, or like swim up it, so we got that covered. And then we just need to get up high enough where we can get there. Probably 2 springs will do it, if I had to guess. So we'll see. That's probably the simplest way I would solve this situation that I think would actually work. So we'll see. It's going to take more than one, though. So we'll get the 2 of them connected. Okay. That might actually get us up there. We'll see. Ooh, like, I should have done that from the get-go. Can I go back down because it's still there? Yes. Ooh, we might actually... we might actually want to move this closer that way. I'm not sure, but that might be good. We can't quite get there with that. Okay. We may have to take a multifaceted approach. I still think this can be solved. So here's how we're going to do it. We already got that. It works. It gets almost high enough up, but not all the way. So is there anything we can do about that? I think so. Yeah, so what I would do here is oh, it's surprising. I only have 3 of those. I would take out a rocket. Put it on my shield. And when we get the height of what the spring will allow us, then we'll use that, which should get us over the hump, so to speak. I think. So let's try that and see what happens. Oh, it doesn't. No, it doesn't let you use your shield in the air like that. No, so that doesn't. That's not going to work. There's got to be a way that we can do that. Maybe we should do it from that tower over there. You know what? I have 7 minutes to just walk that thing over to that tower. So I don't have to waste any more springs doing this. If we walk it up higher, that might get us what we need. We have something electrified attached to us, so we're gonna have to review that real quick. It's fine. Yep, we're all right. Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't even do anything. What do you mean? What the fuck? Just because I looked at him or what? That's weird. I don't even know what I did. I don't even know what to make of that. That is wild. Oh, are we not going to be able to mix it up all the way? Work? No, like this. What's going on here? Why? What the fuck? Oh, wow. That's crazy. Huh. All right. Anyway, let's see what's up here first. Oh, it's yeah, can't climb up the walls because it's fucking wet. Would the foggy suit help us at all? I know that the 3-set bonus probably would, but this is supposed to do something on its own to, help with that. So, we'll see. I mean, we can still fall down, but we can get up farther than you would be able to otherwise. Come on, get up there. Gotta get over that hump. There we go. Holy shit, that actually works. All right. See, the problem is that I feel like we've gotten too far away from where we're supposed to be. And I feel like all of that happens up there. So... yeah. I'm actually not sure now. I feel like we're too far down. We got to be like inside the castle grounds proper, so we can put that map for it. Right. Yes. Like this. So, but this, we're supposed to get in here somehow, which is down quite a ways, but not on the ground. That's what it is. So we missed it because we didn't get around it quick enough, I think. So we should go here. Yeah, if you get below the floating island, you did it wrong. You went too far down. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see if that, in fact, ends up being the case. So, we're at B3 right now, which is on the same level as this. So, that might be important to keep in mind. Is that literally should be like right around the corner or whatever. But that may also mean it would be worthwhile to climb up here first to get a little bit of height. Yes, I see the enemy. I'm not going to let him hit me. He can fuck off. So it's not a big deal. Yeah. So this way a bit, I suppose. Yeah, actually, if you go to the end of this, it'll probably just jump off the ledge and it's right underneath this sort of thing. I remember this place very specifically, so yes, I think so. Actually. So we should be pretty much right here. Yes, it's supposed to be right below us. Yeah. Right? Below us and back in a little bit. Right here. Yes, this. Oh shit. I got bad news. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's the alarm for my PC. So I'm gonna have to go look at that. So I think we'll call her here for today. Hopefully, when I reload, it brings me right here because that's what I want. I'm just kind of banking on the fact that it will do that. We'll see, but yep. I'm going to call her good for today. So thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. Till then.